You can follow CHGO Sports at CHGO_sports. Cody, the best day of the day was yesterday, the first day of the tournament. What a fun day of basketball.
I know, man. Now we get to do it all over again. Oh, like it's absolutely incredible. I love that you called me a degen before you said my name. Like I live for this stuff. This is the best time of the year. I hope everyone rode us yesterday and took more of the winners than the losers.
How many bets did you place yesterday?
10.
Okay. I placed 17.
And you're calling me a degen.
Well, I said my fellow degen because it's rubbing off on me. Being around the tournament is just so much fun. All of these games are great. Something I want to talk about though before we get into it, because we're going to talk about this game a little bit, but you've done a great job on the CHGO Bets Twitter account, getting us up to over 100 followers, and you tweeted out some of you wanted people to get their favorite bets of the day in.
Yes.
And I have a quick dilemma. It's a little icebreaker. Our guy Ryan Herrera, who's out in AZ, shout out to Ryan. He said that he likes Virginia Tech plus 1.5. Mm-hmm. But if you're feeling dangerous, to take the money line. Like that's a pretty like that, I don't know. You're not getting spotted a lot. You're not getting spotted a lot of points. I mean, Ryan, just take the money line, brother. Yeah. Just take it. Virginia Tech's gonna win. I mean, that's my feelings. I don't know.
I like Virginia Tech today. I tweeted it last night. That I like them. Texas is such an up and down team that you don't really know what you're going to get. 6-11 matchup as well. We already saw an 11-team win yesterday, even though Michigan was technically a favorite going into yesterday's game against Colorado State. But yeah, man, like I like that bet that Ryan threw out there. It's I don't want to say it's safe, but it's because they're an underdog and the way they're playing coming to the tournament. It is a little enticing.
Right. Yeah, I think that. I'm going to roll with them today, but it's just like, plus 1.5. Like, I mean, come on. I mean,
it'll be close.
Just roll with the money line.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, let's just roll with the money line. Unless you're going for like a parlay.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I
do love a good, a good plus money line bet, and that's why I'll probably take the money line on Virginia Tech instead of just the plus 1.5.
Right, and I don't think we can. You guys can hear this in Studio B, but I can hear it. We got some thunderstorm. Is it picking up, Steven?
It is picking up big time. I'm hearing it through my headphones right now.
Hell yeah. I'm a big rain guy, so this is going to be a great day. We got college basketball on the TV all day. Perfect day to stay inside. People, it's TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, everybody. Shout out to your Friday. We're going to take you through our bets. We're going to tell you, are we up? Are we down? We're going to tell you, how we're doing. We have a bank. It's usually at $50. We put at the start of this show, the start of the first ever show, we put $50 in our bank through PointsBet. This show is presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. We started at $50. We've been placing bets every single day. We'll tell you, are we up? Are we down in our bets? And then we will give you our picks later on. We got a ton of them for you, so it should be a jam-packed full day of content. And shout out to our producer, Steven. I forgot to mention him at the top of the show.
First time on the show, right?
Yep, first time on this one. Excited to be here with you guys, betting and being a fellow degenerate with you guys.
Are you? Are you a fellow?
I am. I did pretty well myself yesterday.
Oh.
Although I got to say, Iowa really hurt me.
You should have listened to me.
Iowa hurt a lot of people, man.
Richmond.
I had him in the parlay
Spiders.
yesterday, and it was dead. The parlay didn't even give me a nice little sweat yesterday.
We got to talk. Well, let's go to your bank first, because I got to figure out, because my teaser town was a monstrosity, and we got to talk about it. So why don't you take us through your bets, and we'll go through. You're down.
Yeah, I'm down. Even though I went 5-5 yesterday, I'm still down because I placed a couple live bets and they didn't work out. Though Boise State plus 16.5 at halftime against Memphis yesterday was never a doubt. So if you don't count that, I went.
We don't count. Yeah, we don't count the bad ones. Yeah,
but. Yeah, no. 5-5 yesterday. Basically came out even, but again, those live bets kind of hurt me, and that's gambling. That's why sometimes it's better to just take your wins and take your losses, is what it is. I think my biggest win yesterday was Murray State. I actually bet Murray State money line on Selection Sunday as an underdog.
There you go. And
they closed at a 2.5 point favorite yesterday before the game against San Francisco. So that was kind of nice. What else? I had Vermont plus 5.
Yeah, you took the Catamounts.
Yes, I had Vermont plus 5. That was my upset. I took them. I took them money line too, I guess you could say. I had New Mexico State plus 6.5 against UConn. They ended up winning outright. I wish I would have just bet the money line. It is what it is.
Shout out Ryan Herrera.
Yeah, yep. let's see. I had Memphis -3. That was never a doubt. UNC.
Well, no, that was a doubt. That was a close game.
I guess
that was a close game until like 9 minutes left, and then they started really pulling away.
Yeah. UNC won by 30. I had them -3. Man. That was cool. Started the day a little rough. I went 0-2 to start the very first 2 games, but we picked up some steam in the mid to late afternoons and into the evening. So yeah, those are a couple of my wins, and I think the biggest loss for sure was San Diego State -2. Yeah. Led the entire game, only to somehow let Creighton come up and win, and then go to overtime and win. So
I had the tough. Aztecs in a parlay. I had them on the money line too, so I was pissed off.
Yeah. San Diego State is not a state.
No, yeah, we can remove the 51st state of San Diego out of the union. Get them out of here.
Get them out of here.
We'll get Indiana out of here too, because they lost yesterday, which made me upset. We'll talk about the state of Indiana. I gotta tell you about the teaser town.
Okay.
Because this was a monstrosity. I'm up $5, which is great. I went 7-8. Yesterday, or 8-9. I'm sorry, I went 8-9 because I had 17 total bets. But the big one for me was Teaser Town. I put down 257. I could have won like $324. The odds on it were plus 12542. So 125 to 1. And let's take you through it, because the first bet was Michigan plus 2.5. That hit, and then the Friars plus 1.5. That hit, and I got too scared. I cashed out at $12, but then. Let's take you through the lines, because I wouldn't have won it. I wouldn't have won $300, but I did the wrong thing. I cashed out way too early. We'll go to Memphis. I had them -3.5. They won 64-53, so they covered. So that would have been something. I should have waited to cash out. I was afraid that Baylor wasn't going to cover against Norfolk. They did, 85-49. I had -16.5, so I should have waited. Tennessee, I got scared by them too, because it was really close early on against Longwood, and I was like, uh-oh, I can't lose the $10 here. I had them -12.5. They won 88-56, and then Gonzaga, I had them -17.5. They won by 20. I had Richmond plus 13.5. They won the damn game. And the place that I should have cashed out right after that Gonzaga one. But if I hit 1, 2, 3, 4, I hit like 7 straight legs on that, and then I chickened out after hitting 2 straight legs. Like,
you could have got a little bit more, man.
I got real itchy on that trigger finger. So
personally, for me, if I put $2 down on a teaser that big, I just let it ride. But
I should have.
That's. It is what it is. You learned, and now the next time you'll probably let it ride, and then you won't cash out in time. So it is what it is.
When's that next time, Cody?
Probably today.
Probably today. It's probably today, and it is today. We're really excited to talk to you about our bets. I got a ton. I think it says I have 11 pending bets on this phone to tell you about, so I'm excited to tell you about it. And I'm using the PointsBet app, and the best way to support the CHGO venture, the CHGO startup, I guess you could call it, is to download the PointsBet app. They are our partner. You can see it on the top right of your screen. The code CHGO. You use the code CHGO when you sign up using the PointsBet app. You will get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. But that's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free t-shirt from the CHGO locker, all for making a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we will help you out. PointsBet is your home for live in-play betting, and it just got even better. Introducing PointsBet's new feature, live college basketball same-game parlays. For the first time ever, you can build the perfect live same-game parlay only with PointsBet. Combine your favorite bets anytime during the game. And my favorite part about PointsBet, I know it's Cody's favorite part too, you can boost your odds. If you like plus 157 on a 2-leg parlay, you can make it 178. PointsBet wants to make you more money, and you can watch live, parlay live, and boost live with PointsBet. You can sign up too right now online in Illinois using the PointsBet app. Register your account from start to finish, all from your phone. Plus, PointsBet Match Madness, all users can earn up to $100 free bets. How? During each round, just place a $50 pregame wager and get a free $20 live bet to be used for that round. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Our guy Steven showing us some scores right now. Ohio State up 10 against Loyola, and Auburn up 11 against, 12 against Jackson State
halftime.
At halftime. So how's that affecting you? You got some bets today. What's your same game parlay?
I mean, okay.
Well, no. How's it affecting you? Let's go first. I asked you 2 questions.
Well,
that's bad hosting.
We can't bet on Ohio State and Loyola if you're in Illinois.
Right.
But I'm not exactly surprised. You know how this goes. Like, clearly Loyola was the favorite for like the underdog in your bracket.
Yeah.
I feel like in this spot,
I had them
Ohio
to the Elite
State.
Eight.
Ohio State coming into the tournament, kind of not playing well at all. They lost to Nebraska. They beat Illinois, and then they went on a bad streak. Lost to Penn State, lost to Nebraska. So they weren't playing well coming in. And I don't know. The Loyola's offense just hasn't been able to get going. That's why they're probably down 10. Wouldn't hold out. I would hold out some hope if you're a Ramblers fan, though, because Ohio State is known for blowing games. It's still early in the second half. Auburn, if you follow me on Twitter, Cody_CHGO, I took the under on that game. It's not looking great.
What's the under? What was the total at?
139.5.
And you're at 39 and plus 27.
Yeah, I don't feel unless Jacksonville State really doesn't score a ton of points in the second half.
It's possible. I mean, Longwood. I mean, looking at the bigger seeds like Longwood and what was the other one? Norfolk State. Like, they really didn't do jack shit in the second half of those games against those bigger seeds. They're at 66 right now. That's the total. So.
Well, anyway, I took the under 139, and then I took Auburn minus 14.5 as when I got it. That's looking good, at least. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, that's
what game are you looking forward to most?
Today?
If you don't mind scrolling through the schedule there, Steven.
Buddy.
I really like that USC Miami game. That one should be fun.
That'll be a fun one. I mean, obviously I'm an Illinois fan, so I'm looking forward to Illinois Chattanooga tonight.
Yeah, it sucks we can't bet it.
Sucks I can't bet it unless I go find a points bet, which there's like 3 locations in Chicago, or Chicagoland.
You have a car.
Yeah, I don't have
stuck here until 9 p.m.
Yeah, I'm stuck here till 9 p.m. until my girlfriend comes and picks me up.
I like TCU Seton Hall too.
I do. TCU is part of my big 3 today when we get to it. I guess what's most intriguing. Scroll up a little bit there. Thank you. I'm really intrigued by Notre Dame and Alabama. A little 6-11. Notre Dame coming in. They were one of the first 4 teams in. So they've already played a game going up against Alabama team that you really just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, I feel like, is the same as well, but 4-point spread. I kind of like Notre Dame plus 4 there. As far as the games I'm looking forward to. So
let's jump into your same game parlay, because you got one for tonight, and then we'll go into our big 3, because your same game parlay is Bulls related.
Yes. Anytime the Bulls play, I'm always going to have the same game parlay for the Bulls. Dobb Bulls. Came so close. 1 rebound, 1 assist. I said it yesterday. Came so close when we were recapping it. So tonight we're due. I'm 0-1 on Fridays parlays, but that's a trend that no one cares about. Let's see. Here we go. 5-legger. Zach LaVine over 24.5 points. Ayo Dosunmu over a half 3. It was part of the last parlay. It hit in the very first quarter. Again, just a half 3. We just need 1 3-pointer.
Just
from
1
Ayo.
3.
Yes. DeAndre Ayton, 10+ rebounds. Campaign revenge game.
The campaign revenge game campaign.
Yes, the campaign revenge game campaign. Bulls are 5.5-point dogs in this game. I don't feel great about the Bulls going into this. The Suns are the best team in the NBA. The Bulls can't play defense, even with Caruso back. I don't know what's going on.
Stink on the road.
Yeah, and they stink on the road.
Patrick Williams is coming back. That's going to be a big defensive impact there.
Is that tonight, or is that he's not doing anything in the G League?
He got cleared to practice with contact.
Okay, but he's not doing anything in the G League yet? Because I think he might start off.
He will be. Yeah, he is going to be starting there. He'll be there soon.
Okay. Well,
not soon enough. Let's go Suns, baby.
Well, I don't want the Suns to win. I don't have a spread for the game, but I do like Campaign to get over 8.5 assists. He's done it in 5 of his last 8 games of double-digit assists. No Chris Paul, so this guy's going to be, doing his thing that he never did with the Bulls, and don't get me started about it. And then I like Campaign 15+ points as well. So honestly, I'm looking for 9 assists at least, but I could see him getting a double-double. Either way, odds at plus 1,400. With the points bet boost, you get plus 1,550. $5 wins you $77. I'm just saying, We're going to hit it.
Your
I've
bank's
been
going
really
down.
close on these Bulls one. Like, really close. I'm just asking for a little bit of a sweat this time, unlike yesterday.
Do you want a sweat or do you just want a clean cover? I mean,
I want to win.
Third quarter, if you got $77 in your bank account,
I want to win, obviously, but like yesterday, Iowa lost and it was dead. So
right. Well, you should have listened to me. I mean, I told you about Kentucky too.
Yeah.
How was your Kentucky first half too, huh, Cody?
Yeah, my Kentucky first half. Let's not talk about it.
No, let's not talk about it.
The Peacocks are a state. Kentucky's not a state.
Yes, St. Peter's is now its own state. Jersey City is now a state. It is now Jersey State, New Jersey. I'm going to give you my Bulls picks for tonight, too, because I have some. I rolled with the 3-game same-leg parlay because I felt stupid not using the boost. You get 1 boost on a teaser. You get 1 boost on a same-game parlay. So why aren't I giving it a shot? I had a parlay that was plus 700 on the game. I boosted it up to plus 772, 772. I got the Suns money line. I think they'll roll. I got the first to 50 points for the Phoenix Suns. I think they'll lead by half. And then I got the total points band. I think they'll finish in between 221 and 230. The total was at 231. I wanted to take the under. I'll give myself a little bit, of a boost on that parlay there. I think it'll be in the range of 221, 230. The going over was tempting, but I don't think they'll go over by much. So I think they'll be in the range. And the Bulls have been, letting up over 100 points in the past couple games. So I think it is something.
They've been scoring. They just can't defend.
Right. So I think that it's going to be a high scoring game, 221 to 230. So that's a 172 wager to win $15 with the same game parlay boost from PointsBet. And like I mentioned, I like the Suns tonight. I think they'll be the first to 50 points. So I will take their point spread in the first half, which is minus 1.5. I'm putting $5 down to win $870. All right, Cody, let's get into the college basketball picks. You got a big 3 for us tonight, huh?
I do have a big 3. Let's do the big 3 first because I know they want to put up the graphic. Oh,
there it is.
Yes. Okay, so let's do UAB plus 8.5 against Houston. Houston, they're great. They're a good team. Kim Pom has them like ranked number 5 or something like that. And so they get a lot of love from the analytical nerds and stuff. But one thing about March Madness is you need depth. And they've had two of their better players out for most of the season. And it may not affect in this game, but 8.5 points is a lot of points. So that's why I like UAB. I don't know. I don't think they win, but I do think they can keep it under 9 points. And then Michigan State -1. Who do they play, Sean?
Who's this? Michigan State plays
Davidson.
Davidson, yes.
Yeah, Davidson. I had it in my mind. I couldn't think of it. Davidson. The NCAA wants Izzo and Coach K to face off in round 2. Like they want it really bad. The refs will be paid off by Tom Izzo in this game.
Now. See, I think you're right, and I was really tempted about Duke and Michigan State. I didn't know, though, because, like, buying into narratives is so dangerous. Like, you also thought that Duke would get up for the ACC tournament game, and they got smoked. You thought that they would turn up for the UNC game. Well, they got smoked.
Take the narrative away. Michigan State played pretty well in the Big Ten tournament. They're playing pretty well coming in. They hung around with Purdue.
Yeah.
Again, Davidson, I know Richmond won, but, like, I don't know about the A-10.
You brought up Ken Pom, though, and right now Davidson is ranked higher than Michigan State. It's 37th and 38th team in the nation.
Well, that's why it's a 1-point spread.
Yeah.
So the Big Ten's been down so far in this tournament. I think the Big Ten gets one here. At one point, I can take Michigan State here. I think it's very clear Michigan State's got the better coach as well. So I like Michigan State there. It's January, February, Izzo. I hate that saying, but it's the truth. And then finally, TCU moneyline +100 against Seton Hall. The Big East is not good. I know Creighton won, but Marquette got smoked yesterday by UNC. TCU's beat some really good teams in the Big 12. I think, honestly, like, I'm taking TCU mainly because you can get the money line at +100. You want to take the spread, it's like 1.5, whatever. But I like
that's
TCU.
A real Ryan Herrera move.
Yeah. I like, again, I love some plus money. It's going to be close. I don't think Seton Hall is going to run away with this thing at all. It's definitely going to be close. So I like TCU to win outright. It's an 8-9 matchup, so you just never know. But I've seen TCU play very well. They beat Kansas. They beat other Big 12 teams that are near the top of that conference, so I like them. That's my big three. I got a few more plays if you want to hear.
Oh, those. I got more plays. Let's run through a couple of mine. I'm first going to take you into Teaser Town. I'm going to take you through this 7-leg monstrosity. I use my points bet boost because I'm a good points bet user. Use code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000 when you use the code CHGO. I'm boosting my 7-leg parlay from 872 to 1,017. So, basically 10-1 odds here. I like Auburn minus 10.5. That one's looking fresh right now. Yeah. I like the Red Raiders from Texas Tech to cover 4.5. I like Purdue against Yale to cover 7.5. I like the Trojans of USC to cover 4.5. Actually, I guess they're getting 4.5. So the Trojans, I like the Trojans plus 4.5. I like the Notre Dame Fighting Irish plus 7.5 against Alabama. I like the Virginia Tech Hokies plus 6.5 against the Texas Longhorns. And I like Seton Hall. I like them plus 3.5. I think that
against each other.
I think that TCU can win. I do like the play of the money line. I have $5 left. I might end up just putting it on TCU to cover my parlay there. I'm putting $3 down to win $33 in that parlay, but it's Seton Hall plus 3.5, Virginia Tech plus 6.5, Notre Dame plus 7.5, Trojans of USC plus 4.5, Purdue minus 7.5, Texas minus 4.5, and Auburn minus 10.5. That's the big teaser.
Nice. I want to mention my big
I want one
all
to hit,
$10.
Man. Oh, all $10.
Yeah, $10 on all three.
That's $70 bank.
Yeah. And I put $5 on the parlay. So I just want to clarify that.
It was 5 to win 77, right?
Yes.
Nice. All right. So what other college games you got? Because I got a ton too.
All right. So it's about to start. Quite literally 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
We got
27
Yale
seconds.
and Purdue coming up in 5 minutes, folks.
Right when this ends, turn on the Boilermakers.
Yes. And I think Purdue rolls today, but I don't think they roll by more than 17. I like the Yale. I don't know what the Yale's mascot is.
Come on, you don't know the Yale mascot?
I don't.
You're serious.
Should I know this?
You should know this.
You're gonna say it, and then I'm gonna feel like a moron.
Steven, do you know it?
I got to be honest, I don't know.
What?
Cody, I'm with you on this one.
I didn't pull up Yale because we pulled up Bryant. We pulled up Wright State. It's fucking Yale. It's you guys don't know. You know
Yale Scholars or something? What
no. Do you guys know who the big rival of Yale is? You ever hear Harvard?
Harvard, yeah.
Yeah. So it's the Yale Bulldogs.
Are they really a Bulldogs?
Yeah, the Yale Bulldogs.
Who knew an
Yes.
Ivy League school would have
Bulldogs, Wildcats. It's got to be one of those.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's always one of
Cody,
those.
you got the Bryant Bulldogs just a couple of days ago, so I thought you would have.
Well,
been
anyway,
able to
I
get
like
that.
Yale plus 16.5. I took it last night. I tweeted it out that I liked it. The reason being, Purdue, Jaden Ivey's going to be a top 5 pick. You got Zach Edey. He's as tall as the Sears Tower or Willis Tower, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Sears.
Exactly. But despite all that, those kids don't know how to play defense. Like Matt Painter is probably pulling his hair out every game. And again, I like Yale to hang around for that simple fact. And they played pretty well against Princeton, a team that was the top in their conference and to win the conference tournament. I know it's the Ivy League. I know the talent and everything is not near like the Big Ten. But again, they shoot a lot of threes. And that is good for the NCAA tournament.
Harvard once broke my heart beating Cincinnati. That was a big bracket buster one year. I mean, I hate.
I think Yale was in the tournament last year too.
Yeah, Yale's got a pretty good coach. They got a pretty good program. 17.5 is a lot of points. So
not last year, but the year before.
I understand why you're rolling with this. Yeah. All right, we got to do some quick trivia here. So, Steven, Princeton, what's their nickname?
Yeah. Drawing a blank on Princeton.
Cody, the Princeton
Tigers.
Yes. All right. Steven, the Harvard
Crimson.
Yeah, all right, there we go.
I got
one
idea.
We're done. All right, you guys both got
really
one.
Put me on the spot there.
Yay. All right.
I'll throw one more, and it's Virginia Tech +1, which we already kind of talked about. But
yeah, why wouldn't you just take the money line? What odds did you get on that?
Well, on PointsBet, it's at -110.
Okay.
I mean, it's like the money line was like -115. So it's like
you got what? You got Virginia Tech +1.5 for minus odds. I have Virginia Tech money line +100.
Yeah, well, when I took it, it wasn't.
So I'm a smarter better.
Yeah.
I like Virginia Tech. I put $8.28 for them to win. So I'll pay out $16.
We're riding Virginia Tech today, guys. We're all in. Let's
I also have the over 125.5 in that game, Virginia Tech and Texas. I like that. I also have the over 139.5, Miami and USC. And I got a 2-leg parlay. I like the Purdue Boilermakers against Yale, and I like the Notre Dame Fighting Irish there. Going with your Hoosier Daddy parlay, as our one guy tweeted in. I'll take the Hoosier State here. I'll go Purdue and ND. That's plus 157 odds if you like those. And there's one more final one. No, those are all my bets. So yeah,
I mean, I like, again, we mentioned earlier, I do like Notre Dame plus 4. I'll probably take that. And USC, I wish they were dogs. Like I would.
They're not. I mean, yeah,
I got them on PointsBet right now. They're at minus 2.5.
How can you get plus money on USC? Because I'm also down for plus money on USC.
Well, you would have to say that they're going to win by more than 2.5, and then like on the pick your own spread spot.
You can get them minus 5.5 for plus 140, minus 3.5 plus 110, and that was good for Memphis last game. So maybe we'll roll with USC there. I got $5 left.
Texas
to play.
Tech off to a hot start here against Montana State, 15-4.
I got a future.
Auburn up by 20. Let's go.
Don't forget, I got a future in my my PointsBet account for Texas Tech winning the national championship game.
We're all in on the Red Raiders, apparently.
You're all in at Duke.
I am all in on Duke. I hate it. It makes me want to go jump in Lake Michigan. Don't remind me. But if it hits, then I guess I'm really smart.
Before we wrap this up, Steven, you've mentioned that you're a degenerate as well.
What's your favorite pick, bro?
Yeah, you got a pick of the night?
I really like Purdue in that one. Okay. I know you were talking about your Yale Bulldogs.
Yeah.
You like Purdue to cover?
I do.
Okay.
I think you make a good point with the 3-point shooting of Yale, but that size of Purdue, I think it's going to be too much for Yale inside.
Well, I think, too, that Matt Painter is so sick of losing in the national tournament. Like, I don't think that he cares about defense. I think that he just wants to score like 95 points and just blow the brains out of that Ivy League
You think
school.
it's safe to just take the over? I know it's a high total. It's like 152.
That's a lot. I mean, you would have to have like 90 points from Purdue and then like 60 points from Yale. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't like overs. And I really, 125.5
we want to cheer for overs, but it's tough in the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm. And we mentioned
less possessions.
Yeah, and we mentioned this. We always want like a high scoring game, a ton of threes, a lot of back and forth, high paced action. But like most of the time it's slow. And like you mentioned, the game between Murray State and San Francisco yesterday, that was like a really slow and sloppy game. But that overtime period was awesome.
Right.
So it's like we're always rooting for like, high pace action, close action. But it's not really, I mean, you could get 40 minutes of basketball and the next 5 is the truly great minutes of that game. So those are the picks of the night. Steven likes Purdue to cover. What's your favorite one if you have to go with one?
God. Probably Michigan State.
All right.
I guess that's my lock.
And go Hokies. I'm with Ryan Herrera, plus 100 on the money line. So let's go Virginia Tech to win that game. Let's wrap this up. For Steven, our producer, he did a fantastic job. You can follow the CHGO Bets Daily Twitter account at CHGO_bets. You can follow CHGO Sports at CHGO_sports. Remember to use the code CHGO when you sign up with PointsBet. You'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. And if you put a first-time deposit of $50 or more and use the code CHGO, you'll get a free CHGO membership and a free CHGO t-shirt. So make sure to support PointsBet. We wouldn't be able to do this show if it wasn't for PointsBet. For Cody Delmendo, my co-host, you can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Thank you for listening to this rain-soaked CHGO Bets Daily. We will talk to you next week.